You know what's holding you back? It's not lack of talent. It's not lack of intelligence. It's your obsession with getting things perfect before you start. You tell yourself you need the perfect strategy, the perfect moment, the perfect schedule. And meanwhile, someone else out there is making progress and taking your spot. Listen, if you don't start executing, if you don't just show up consistently, no matter what, you will lose. And you will lose not because you're not good enough, but because you're stuck waiting for perfection. I've seen this destroy businesses. I've seen founders with brilliant ideas who never launched it because they were tweaking their perfect plan. And I've seen CEOs stuck in analysis paralysis, waiting for all conditions to be right, while their competitors simply took action and won. And I get you. I used to be that guy too, striving for perfection. Especially early in my career, I thought that every project needed a flawless roadmap. I spent hours fine-tuning the details, predicting the outcomes, only to watch others, sometimes with worse ideas and less experience, watching them make things happen while I was still planning. And it was infuriating. Infuriating, actually. And it took time, but it taught me a brutal lesson. A very important lesson from Stoicism. That we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Because all the worrying, all the planning, all the hesitation, it's all suffering we create for ourselves. The real world doesn't reward perfection. It rewards momentum.
Look, you want me to fix the part of you that makes money, but it is attached to the rest, so this is going to take a little while.
Everyone needs a coach.
Eric has this management coach. Also coaches Steve Jobs.
That's a coach.
Yeah, definitely a coach.
Is a performance coach.
It's just money. It's made up.
Are you coachable?
Good question.
The real world doesn't reward perfection. It rewards momentum. Let's get one thing straight. Progress beats perfect scheduling. Every single time. Don't waste time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. And in business, that translates to stop debating the perfect plan. Just execute. You don't need to have every hour scheduled down to the minute. You don't need to know every possible outcome. What you need to do is to show up. Again and again and again and again. Because action, consistent, deliberate action, is what separates the ones who succeed from the ones who just dream about success. All right, let's break this down practically, because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, okay, Fabio, I get it, but how do I stop? How do I stop over planning and actually take action? All right, there are 3 Stoic strategies that will force you to take action, no matter what. Let's start with what I call the show up rule. You are watching this video, so let's talk about making content about business Stoicism. There was a time I wanted to start making content on Stoicism for business, and I had the full schedule. I told myself I needed a perfect content strategy before posting. And guess what? I never posted. And many months went by. I told myself it wasn't the right time. And then I set a rule. I don't care if it's perfect. I just have to show up. Right now, this video is not perfect. But I'm showing up. Because I'm on a duty. I have the moral duty to show up for you. And then I started posting. And suddenly, everything changed. I started posting. The first videos, not great. The first posts, not perfect. You see, I'm posting my video from a dog park. But this is when I have some free time. And I want to dedicate my free time to you. You can also notice English is not my first language, and that makes everything more difficult. But I hope my pronunciation is enough for you to understand me. And yeah, I'm not perfect, and my videos are not perfect. And perhaps you don't need perfect execution. Perhaps you need repeated execution. Like I'm doing, keep creating these videos. Each day I take my dogs, Marcus, Aurelia, and Antoninus, out to the park. So perhaps you just need repeated execution. Try set this rule that no matter what, you show up. Even if it's not perfect, even if you're tired. You know, I'm holding my phone with my arm. It's tiring. I am tired. Sometimes that's why you see I stop and you see a cut, because I have to rest my arm. So, even if you're tired, even if you don't feel like it, the make it ugly strategies is very powerful. Just make it ugly. Perhaps I'm ugly right now, but I will post this video. And if you struggle with perfectionism, like I did, and like I still do, to be sincere, this will break you free. Instead of making things flawless, make them ugly, on purpose. Also, in this age of AI, where everything is perfect, perhaps some reality of the ugliness of real life is liberating, I will say. So, instead of making things flawless, make them ugly on purpose. Want to write an email campaign? Write it in 10 minutes with typos, and then fix it later. Want to launch a product? Ship the minimum viable product before it's ready, and then improve it. Want to start a YouTube channel? Film on your phone, as I'm doing right now. No fancy setup, just start. Perfection is a luxury for people who are already winning. Get this very well. Get this very well. Perfection is a luxury for people who are already winning. But if you're still building, you don't have time for perfection. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. And you know this is a Stoic quote, right? And trust me, perfectionism is a waste of time. Now, I want to leave you with the one more rep mentality, because progress compounds. Small actions stack up over time. And the best way to ensure success is always do one more rep. If your goal is to write one more sentence before stopping. If your goal is to sell, make one more call. If your goal is to build a network, connect with one more person today. I had a client who ran a startup, and he wanted to land high-level investors, but was afraid to reach out without a polished touch. He wanted a very, very polished pitch. I told him, just send one imperfect email per day. And a week later, he had a meeting with a VC. And 2 months later, he had funding. Not because his pitch was perfect, but because he kept showing up. So, here's the deal. If you don't take action today, you never will. There is no perfect time. There is only the now. So, stop overthinking, stop waiting for perfect, and start moving. Because progress beats perfection. Progress beats perfect scheduling every single time. If you're serious about getting results, about breaking free from hesitation and making real moves in your business, I help entrepreneurs, CEOs, business executives, and professionals do exactly that. There is a link below in the description somewhere, and you can get in touch with me. So we could see how Stoicism can transform your business and life. If you're not ready yet, no problem. Just connect with me on LinkedIn, and completely free. I'll keep you on track with insights, strategies, videos on this channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And I'll see you in the next video. Meanwhile, live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
So, live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper. Whatever.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Captain, live long and prosper.
Long and prosper.
Long and prosper, Max.
Hey, live long and prosper, motherfucker.
You were right, Will.
Live long and prosper, Jack.
My plan is to live long and prosper, you know what I mean? To make little baby deeks, little ninja assassins with fantastic hair.
Live long and prosper.
Well, 𝗪𝗍𝗂'𝗋, live long and prosper.
To the Potter B&B, may it live long and prosper.
Indeed. Yeah.
May all your future gazebos live long and prosper.
Please leave.
Live long and prosper.
Oh, just
go.
I'm going. Live long and prosper, Sheldon.
I was so intrigued with that gesture, and I suggested that we do that as Vulcans. Within days after that episode was on the air, I started getting that gesture back on the streets.